Hey everyone, welcome to Selective Prep Mathematics, test number 49. Just like we always do, we'll get started with a quick overview. So today we'll just be looking at how we multiply by a fraction, or a good tip when we multiply by fractions to save some time. So when we multiply by a fraction, okay, we always want to divide by the denominator if possible before we multiply by the numerator. Okay, so fraction is basically putting two operators together, so we're putting a times and a divide together. So if we have 1 over 3, we're doing, it's the same as saying times 1 divided by 3. Or if we have 2 over 3, the same as doing times 2 divided by 3. Okay, we have a better example here on the left of how it actually saves time. So if we have 43 times 96, 43 over 96 times 192, okay, if we divide first, okay, so 192 divided by 96 is going to equal 2, okay, and then whatever's left over is times 43. So 2 times 43 equals 86, okay, quick two-step maths, done, okay. Whereas if we want to do 192 times 43 first, that's going to take a lot longer and it's going to be a lot harder, and we also can't do it in our head, okay, so it's going to be a lot slower. Okay, so keeping that in mind, let's get straight into the questions. So what is the angular difference between 4 revolutionary? So that just means 1 full circle, which is 360 degrees. Okay, so 4 of those, so 4 times 360 equals, so 1,200, and then 4 times 60 is 240. So 1,440 degrees is 4 revolutionary angles. And then 5 obtuse angles of magnitude 125. So 5 times 125 equals, I believe it is 625 degrees. And so when we do 1440 minus 625, we get 5, 1, and then 14 minus 6 is 815 degrees. Now, question 2, product of 17 and 18. So 17 times 18 divided by the square root of 36. So we're trying to find what it is. Now, first we're just going to simplify this. It is 6. And then if we do 17 times 18 divided by 6, okay, we're going to do the divide first. Okay, we said in our overview, we're going to do the divide first. So 17 times, and then 18 divided by 6 is 3. So 17 times 3. And that is going to equal 51. Now, Candyman can create 5 kilograms of raspberry, drops in 2 hours. Okay, so let's call Candyman, so CM equals 5 kilograms per 2 hours, so 2.5 kilograms per hour. Okay, and the apprentice takes double the amount of time to make the same amount. So in 1 hour, apprentice can only make 1.25 kilograms per hour. Okay, together in 1 hour, together in 1 hour they make 3.75 kilograms per hour. Now, how long is it going to take them to make 10 kilograms? Okay, if you do the maths, okay, so 3.75, so 10 divided by 3.75. When I do long division, I don't want decimals in there, so I'm just going to multiply both by 100. That's just the same as 1,000 divided by 375. Makes my life easier when I long divide. So 1,000 goes into 1,000 twice, okay, leaves a remainder of 250. Okay, so 375 goes into 2,500 6 times, and it leaves over another 250, goes in 6 times, leaves over another 250 6 times, and we can see it's 2.666 repeater, so that's the same as 2 2/3 of an hour. Okay, and 2/3 of 60 minutes is 40 minutes, so 2 hours 40 minutes, or C. Now we have an isosceles triangle, that's also a right angle triangle. Okay, so the area is 128 centimeters squared. Now area is half times base times height, or x times x in this instance, so half x squared, and half x squared equals 128. So x squared equals 256, which must mean that x equals 16 centimeters. Now, if we add 5 centimeters to each side, then so x plus 5 is going to equal 21 centimeters. So 21 centimeters is the new side of our new isosceles triangle. So area of new triangle, NT, equals 21 times 21 times half. So base times height. Our new triangle is going to look like this. Sorry, that's a bad triangle, but bear with me. So 21, 21, okay, times half equals 400. So 21 times 20 is 420, and 21 times 1 is 21 times half, so 441 times half equals 220.5 centimeters squared. Alright, so happy days, we have solved that. Question 5, a blueberry, so B equals 2 times as much as a strawberry, so 2s, and a blueberry costs 3 times as much as a raspberry. Now altogether they cost $1.10, so blueberry plus strawberry plus raspberry equals 110. Now strawberry is half a blueberry, so B over 2, and a raspberry is a third of a blueberry, so B over 3, and those added together equals $1.10. Now I'm going to make a common denominator, and that's going to be 6. Lowest common multiple is 6, so this denominator is going to become 6. So B is the same as 6 over 6b, okay, because 6 over 6 is 1. B over 2 is the same as 3 over 6, so half is 3 over 6b, and then B over 3, or 1/3, is the same as 2 over 6b equals $1.10. Now add those all together, you should get 11 over 6b equals 110. Move the 6 over, you should get 11b equals 660, and then divide that by 11, b equals 60 cents. Now they're asking for how much is the strawberry. So the strawberry, if you remember, is half the blueberry. So therefore, strawberry equals 30 cents. Now, we have a Ferrari and a BMW. The Ferrari is 1.2 times faster than the BMW, and the Ferrari finishes 390 meters ahead of the BMW. Now, what is the relationship between speed, distance, time? So, distance equals speed times time. Okay, always distance equals speed times time. Another way to remember it is if you have units for speed, so speed equals kilometers per hour, kilometers distance, hour is time. So it's d over t, or d per t. I'm going to use this, okay, because it's just the t moved over, and this is more useful for me. So I'm going to call Ferrari F. Okay, so Ferrari equals 1.2b, or 1.2 times the BMW, okay, in terms of speed. Now, so distance equals speed times time, and so the distance that the Ferrari travels is going to be, let's say, 1.2 t. So let's say the Ferrari equals 1.2 and the BMW equals 1, okay, in terms of speed. We don't have units, it's not kilometers per hour, it's not meters per second, we don't know what it is, but it's speed times time, okay, so 1.2 times t, and the Ferrari finishes 390 meters ahead. So if we subtract how far the BMW goes, so just t, okay, or 1t, it equals 390 meters. So the distance the Ferrari goes minus the distance the BMW goes equals 390. All right, let's remove the meters. And so 0.2t, if we subtract these two, equals 390, right? Or 390 meters. So t equals, if we move this over, 390 divided by 0.2, which is the same as 390 times 5, okay, which equals 1950. Now, this is how far the the BMW travels. So we found t, or 1t, which is how far the BMW travels. Okay, we're trying to find 1.2t. So if we multiply this by 1.2, okay, or we find 1/5 of this and add it on again, so 1950, 1/5 divided by 5, 390, okay, so 0.2t was 390, added on, so 1950 plus 390 should give you 2340 meters, so C. So we have a pie chart here. So cheese, cheddar cheese. So 35% of people, 0.35 out of 1. Say cheddar cheese is their favorite. If we multiply that by 300, okay, it's going to be the same as 3 times 100 times 0.35, or 3 times 35, which equals 105 people. Same thing here. How many people preferred Parmesan over Kraft? So Parmesan was 25, Kraft was 3, so 22% of people preferred it. So again, 0.22 times 300 is going to be the same as 3 times 100 times 0.22, and that's just the same as 3 times 22, or 66. Now, half of the people that preferred mozzarella changed to Swiss cheese. So that's 5% added onto the Swiss. Okay, and that's 27% now. So 27 times 300, or 27% times 300 is 300 times 27, sorry, 0.27, or 3 times 27. Okay, and that is equal to 81. Last two questions. So we have an interior angle of 54%. How many people in the survey chose brie as their favorite cheese? So we have 54 over 360, because that's all the angles we have in a circle. Okay, 54 over 360. Let's try and do this together. So divide it by 2 first, top and bottom by 2, gives you 27 over 180, sorry, pardon my bad writing, and then divide it by 9. Okay, divide top and bottom by 9 should give you 3 over 20. Okay, out of 100 people, that would be 15 out of 100 if you times top and bottom by 5, and then out of 300 people, that would be 45 out of 300. So 54%, 54 out of 360 is the same as 45 out of 300. So that would be 45 people, because we have 300 people in total. Now, final question, what will be the average number of people in each group? Okay, well, we have 300 people. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups, so 50 people per group is the average. And since 50 people out of 300 is 1/6, okay, 50 out of 300 equals 1/6. Okay, 1/6 of 1/6 of 360 degrees equals 60 degrees. So 50 people is average, and then 60 degrees is the interior angle that you would see in the pie chart. Okay, so that brings us to an end for today's solutions video. Again, our only overview is multiplying by fractions, divide by the denominator first, and then multiply it by the numerator. Alright, good job guys. I will see you in the next video.